All right, let's talk about something that gets to, well, pretty much all of us, anxiety. But we're not just going to talk about it. We're going to dig into this ancient, really powerful idea for actually managing it, a way to find some calm when everything out there feels, completely chaotic.
I mean, seriously, have you ever felt that? That stress over things you just can't control? You're stuck in traffic and you're already late. Someone leaves a weird comment online. The news about the economy. Ugh. That feeling, right? That frustration? It feels like it's just part of modern life. But what if it doesn't have to be? What if all that stress, all that anxiety boils down to one simple, tiny mistake we're all making in our heads?
So, that mistake? That's what I like to call the anxiety trap. And honestly, it's the root of so much of our day-to-day stress and just feeling fed up. But here's the good news. Once you see the trap for what it is, you can actually start to find your way out.
And this is it. This is the heart of the whole problem. We hook our happiness, our peace of mind, onto things we have absolutely zero guarantee over. And when we do that, we're basically handing over the keys to our well-being to the outside world. We're letting how we feel depend on things that are, and let's be real, always will be totally outside of our control.
Now, what's really wild is that the best answer to this problem, it comes from a pretty unexpected place. It wasn't dreamed up by some emperor or a powerful general. Nope. It came from a man who had, for all intents and purposes, zero freedom in his own life.
Meet Epictetus. This guy was born a slave in the Roman Empire. I mean, he lived through conditions that are just hard to even imagine. And here's the crucial part. It was because he couldn't control a single thing on the outside that he had no choice but to completely master his world on the inside. He's living proof that you don't need to control your circumstances to find peace. You just need to control your mind.
And that experience led him to his single most powerful idea. It's this concept that everything in life, literally everything you will ever face, can be neatly sorted into one of two buckets. Just two.
It all kicks off with this one simple line. It's actually the very first sentence in his handbook. And it sounds almost too simple, right? But believe me, this one idea, it's the key. It unlocks the whole thing. It's the foundation for building a mind that's not just peaceful, but seriously resilient.
The name for this is the Dichotomy of Control. But don't let the fancy name fool you. This is not some dusty old philosophical concept. It's a practical, hands-on tool. Think of it like a filter for your brain. You can run every single problem, every worry, every goal you have through it. And the whole point? It's to figure out what's your job to deal with and what isn't.
So let's break this down. What does this actually look like? Well, on one side, you've got your internal world. This is your domain, your kingdom, right? Your opinions, what you choose to focus on, your decisions, how you react to stuff, that's all you. You have total say here. But then there's everything else, the external world, the weather, the stock market, what other people are thinking. And here's the big one, the final outcome of what you do. See, you control your effort, but you don't control the result. The anxiety trap is trying to live your life on that external side, but the secret to peace? It's about putting all your focus right here on your internal world.
Okay, so that all sounds good in theory, doesn't it? But the real question is, does it actually work in the real world? Let's find out. Let's take this ancient idea and throw a very modern, very stressful situation at it.
The job interview. It really is the perfect storm, isn't it? So many high hopes mixed with just a ton of uncertainty. So, let's do it. Let's run this whole scenario through our Stoic filter and see if we can pinpoint exactly where that anxiety is coming from.
Okay, first things first, let's look at everything that is completely out of our control. We can call this the anxiety zone. Think about it. Whether the interviewer is having a good day, who else is applying for the job, what the company ultimately decides, you can't control any of that. Worrying about that stuff, it's literally like trying to tell the ocean what to do. It's a total waste of your energy.
All right, now, let's flip it around. Let's look at what you do control. This is your power zone. How well you prepare, the research you put in, the attitude you walk in with, how clearly you answer their questions, and this is the most important one, how you choose to react if you don't get the job. That is 100% inside your power zone. This is where all your real strength is.
So, what's the big takeaway here? How do we actually take this ancient piece of wisdom and apply it to our lives like today? Well, the conclusion is actually super focused and honestly, really empowering. It's simple, really. The Stoic goal is to pour 100% of your energy, your attention, all of it, into your power zone. It's not about ignoring the outside world. You see it, you acknowledge it, but you just refuse to let your peace of mind depend on it. Your worth isn't tied to the result. It's tied to your effort, your integrity, your choices. That's it.
And it really breaks down into a simple 3-step playbook you can use anytime you feel that anxiety creeping in. Step 1, just stop and ask, what part of this is actually outside of my control? Step 2, accept it. Just calmly accept that reality. The final score was never entirely up to you anyway. And then step 3, pour all of that focus, all of that energy back into the things you can control right here and right now.
So I'm going to leave you with a question, a little challenge. Think about one thing that's stressing you out right now, and just ask yourself, is this in my power zone? What's one thing that's completely external? Maybe it's someone else's opinion, a worry about the future, a mistake from the past. What's one thing you can just decide to let go of today? And instead focus only on what you can control, your response. Because that choice, right there, that's where your peace begins.